Hey everybody, it's Pete. Good morning. Welcome to a new episode of today's Best Stock Picks. It is Thursday morning, September 10th, 2020. Stock futures are a little bit flat today, slightly lower. ECB is actually having a meeting today. I think the market's waiting to see what happens there. Really good, solid, bullish order flow yesterday. A lot of people were calling it short covering. I believe short covering happens over a little bit longer period of time when you have an extended move to the downside that is obvious, and there's a lot of people on the short side. Short side means people are short, so you have to get out of it. I'm not so sure that a lot of people were short just for 2 days and mass exit out of trades. I think that we had a little bit of fresh buying yesterday, and I'm actually looking for a little bit of follow through. If we have a neutral to slightly higher opening today, I think we're going to get a nice green day today. I think what would be the tipping point today, though, because the market was so vicious in the 2 days of selling that we had, I think it woke up a lot of people. I think the percentage move in such a short period of time woke up a lot of people. It's not a sell short environment yet in the market. Clearly, we just came off of all-time highs and we were able to pull back for a couple of days. Let's keep things in perspective here, right? There are a few good bullish opportunities we're going to take a look at today, but we do actually have one sell short opportunity that is in a scenario where order flow is bearish and the stock has room to go to the downside. So we're going to actually take a quick look at the market. We're going to come back into a couple of stocks. Wayfair actually is up pretty big this morning. We're also going to take a look at Nike, which had a really good, clean follow-through yesterday. Caterpillar as well. Of course, I bashed Caterpillar saying it was hard to trade recently, and it had a really big green day yesterday. But that happens. That's part of trading, right? So if you find these videos helpful, definitely click down and subscribe. That would be awesome. And if you want to join me in the 30-day boot camp, man, this is just an amazing, amazing market to learn how to print money and be a consistent trader where you actually understand fully what you're looking at. But then it's up to you to actually follow the rules. So I'll give you the rules and we can work together. You just got to click down and learn more about the boot camp. So let's actually get into what we're looking at today. And excuse me just one second. I have one trade that I think we have two trades today that are going to be at the top of the list. The first one is, excuse me, SFIX, Stitch Fix. And you can see it keeps getting up to this level. I actually was going to draw this down a little bit lower. We're kind of closing it exactly right there, but it really comes down to this. This 27 to 28 level is the level it's been having a hard time getting through. Had a nice bullish day yesterday with the market as well. But the key here is that it pushed up to resistance, paused, and now it's sat there for a day. We have what's called an inside day after the big selling the previous day. So I really like this, setting up a trade where we're looking at the next move to be roughly $8. So roughly $8 from where we are. We're looking at 35 in that area, 36, maybe a little bit more. So SFIX looking for it to break above 29, looking for a new move. Excuse me, Wayfair, actually, you can see the long-term trend is still valid, but we just had what's called an inside day, so 2 days of contraction. But the interesting thing that you see over here is the stock is actually up 4.5% pre-market. I don't really see any monster news other than the projections have been scaled up, but I think this might be it where they made a pretty big hire. Somebody's got a lot of experience in the industry and actually did the same thing. They oversaw Walmart technology. So her name is Fiona Tan. So I don't know if it's the increase in the projections or her hiring, but either way, it's a pretty big move. So because the long-term bullish trend here is still valid, and because a lot of these stocks that have been getting these kind of bullish moves have sustained them, here's the game plan for today. It's not a new swing trade with opening up $11 higher today. It is a new day trade there today. So if a day trading gap gets higher, stays there, and stays above the opening price, I am going to be looking to day trade the stock. If the stock pulls back, though, I'm going to leave it alone and then look to initiate a new swing trade. A couple of stocks that still are meeting the criteria, and Workhorse is one that just really performed very well yesterday, as well as Nike. Nike actually was one of the better trades from a day trading perspective, as well as the swing trade that we had from the prior day. So we're still looking to work both of those positions. DKNG, which to me personally trades on the news a little bit too much. for me to be in there every day. And then when I say the news, I'm not even talking about it's good news every day. It's kind of just chopping around. However, NFL starts today. National Football League starts today. The stock has had 2 days of buying now in the face of really not much going on. We can see it's been going sideways for a while. So it's going to be pretty interesting. We've had 38.50 as the level for this stock. It's now comfortably above 38.50. Looks like it really needs to get above 46. So I'm looking to initiate a small piece of a swing trade up to 46. Not much going on here, so I don't want to get caught up in this chop with size, but if it gets above 44 especially, and then if it closes above 46, I'm looking to add to that. So it's going to be interesting to see how the market unfolds because these guys are now getting back into action. Groupon we had as $35 being the big level. Actually kissed 35 and failed, and you can see why. We got plenty of room to go. So the swing trade is still valid in Groupon. We're just looking to add to the position on a close over 35. Penn, actually, in the same context of DKNG, sitting at or near all-time highs yesterday, and now it looks like it's trading pre-market all-time highs as well. So any stock at all-time highs is a must watch. So we're looking to start to build a new position in Penn above there as well. Excuse me. LB, something interesting that we're constantly paying attention to is what is the right price? What is the right price? What is the right price? This has been the right price. 72 has been the right price, has room to go above 76. So really we're looking for a energy candlestick above 73, which means today we need to see a close near the highs, larger volume, and then starting to look for a new situation above that. Target and CRM. Target was actually one of the better day trading stocks yesterday that just gave us some really good price action right out of the gate. A little bit of selling in the afternoon with the rest of the market, quite honestly, but this was initiating a new swing trade that we've been talking about for over a week. We had basically what's known as a swing low, initiating the entry. If you did not get involved, excuse me, yesterday's high of, let's see, what is the exact price? Yesterday's high of 148.60 would be a new trigger today for a new swing trade long, looking for a minimum of 156. CRM is one that we've been on the watch list as well. Look, the bottom line is this stock had blowout earnings. It consolidated a little bit, saw some pullback with the rest of the market. Going to open up slightly lower today. I still like the stock long. As a matter of fact, I actually like the lower opening to initiate a new swing trade, looking for it to get back up to 280. The stock on the short side that we're looking at today is VLO. VLO actually meets all of the criteria for a bearish opportunity with room to go. So the energy sector itself is a little bit weak right now, and VLO is actually breaking down with room to go. So that's really the criteria. I just want to talk about the market for a second here. I want to make sure everybody keeps things in perspective. The move down was shocking because of how complacent we were. And not me particularly, because I'm always managing my downside, but let's put it in perspective. Since the bottom in March, this is what we've had. We had 2 days of selling in the context of basically 5 months of buying. So let's not hit the panic button yet. Let's manage our risk accordingly, which the tape has definitely changed, but it's by no stretch of the imagination bearish. So we're still looking for opportunities to buy in stocks that meet the criteria for order flow. You just need to be a little bit pickier now about what you're watching. So that's really the big key to trading right now is the entire market is not just looking on one side anymore. Now it's like, oh, wait, there's traffic. So in this instance, it really means that you need to be a little bit better of a stock picker and be in the right trades, because the tide is not carrying everything right now, because there's some underlying currents right now that are putting some doubt in the bullish only camp. But that creates opportunity. We might even be able to get some opportunity on both sides of the market. So I like Wayfair today if it follows through. I like SFIX, Stitch Fix, if it actually breaks that level that we've been watching that has roughly an $8 profit target, and looking for some follow through on Workhorse again today too. So if you have any comments or any feedback, definitely leave it below the video. I'd really appreciate it. Have a great day.